Now I am gonna go ahead and apologize in advance for saying the word anyways too often. Somebody in one of my other videos left me a comment just telling me how ever-loving annoying I was because I say the word anyways so often. And I know that I say that often, and I know that I use the word improperly because it's not supposed to end in an S. I don't know how I got in that bad habit. It's obviously just a filler word for me. It's kind of like saying the word but it's just kind of, I guess, my segue into another topic or something. I was just about to say it just now. Okay, so I'm gonna try not to say it. And if I do, maybe I'll just edit it out because obviously, you know, if it's annoying somebody, it's probably annoying more than one person. But most of us are adults and know how to, you know, overlook something that insignificant. However, there's that one person that feels the need to let me know how annoying I am. Okay, let's jump in. So I'm gonna start with the product that has probably been around the longest, I think. And that is going to be coconut oil. This is Dr. Bronner's Organic Virgin Coconut Oil. I always repurchase this. I've probably been using this over 10 years for sure. It's not always been this particular brand, but I really do like this brand the best so far. Now I use this in my hair and I use it on my body. I use it on my face. I use it everywhere. But I will put this in my hair. A lot of times I will just put it in my dry hair and sleep in it, or I will shower and shampoo my hair and then put the coconut oil in and then wrap it in a warm towel just to give myself a really good kind of conditioning treatment. Now I love to do coconut hair masks. However, I don't do them as often as I should. I used to do them about once a week, but now I do them usually once every 2 weeks, and I definitely always do them before I color my hair and then after I color my hair. Just to kind of bring life back to my hair, you know, after I've colored it. Another thing that I like to use coconut oil for is for my body, especially my legs. Like in the summertime, if I'm gonna be wearing shorts or skirts or something like that, I like to put on my moisturizer and then top it off with some coconut oil because I just feel like it makes your legs look really nice and a little bit shiny and just really healthy, you know. So coconut oil for sure has withstood the test of time. The next product is going to be this Danelle AHA 20 Body Tingle. It's an alpha hydroxy acid lotion. It's got a 20% glycolic acid concentration, and it says exfoliating body moisturizer. I use this, I have used it on my face before, and I will use it on my face, but typically I use it from the neck down, and I am really pretty good about using it on my chest because that's where I feel like it makes the most difference. And I would like to say I use it every day, but I do not use it every single day on my chest. Sometimes I have, and then I get to a point where it's just a little bit too much because this is a high concentration. So it's usually like every other day. Sometimes it's just like 3 days a week. If I'm self-tanning, I won't use it at all because it's just going to, you know, remove my tan very patchy. Now I do not typically use this from the waist down. It does not feel good if you put it on freshly shaved legs or any other areas. So I usually use it on my upper body, and I have been using it on my arms because I've noticed some areas where I just don't like the texture of the skin, and so that's where I've been using it. This is a phenomenal product. I have made a video about it, so I'm going to link it in my description box below. So this has been around for over 10 years, and I just love it. Another product that should come as no surprise to you guys is the Derma E Anti-Wrinkle Toner, Vitamin A and Glycolic Acid. My favorite toner. It's been around. I made a video about it several years ago. It was one of my first videos on my channel. I've been using it ever since then. I just constantly repurchase. I love it. I just love it. My skin just looks better when I use it. So this is just, it has withstood the test of time. Probably about 3 years now. I've been using it and repurchasing it. You guys have seen it. I do like the Ordinary Glycolic Acid also, but oh, this is my first true love. I don't know. I love it. It will always be in my rotation, always. Another product that I have been using for a very, very long time is shea butter. And this is Nourish Organic Fair Trade shea butter. I bought it at my local Whole Foods store, which is Sprouts. It comes in a container like this. It's very hard, as you can see. You know, it looks kind of funny. So you do have to get some out and warm it up in your fingers and apply it. Now I use this in many ways. I use it on my cuticles. I use it on my fingernails whenever my fingernails seem to be peeling or they seem weak or something like that. I use it on my son's eczema. I use it on my daughter's hands. Sometimes she gets really dry hands from overwashing. And I like to use it as a last step in my nighttime skincare routine because it's very occlusive, so it really locks everything in. And I was watching or maybe reading Dr. Axe here on YouTube, and he was saying that it helps to promote collagen production, shea butter does. So win-win, right? Anyways, love it, been using it for years and years, probably about 10 years. I just always repurchase another one. It takes me forever to go through a jar like this, probably like a full year or maybe even longer sometimes. So anyways, wonderful, wonderful product. You should definitely use it as part of your skincare routine. It cannot hurt, I can tell you that. Another product that I simply cannot live without, I've made a video about this. It is the 100% pure coffee bean caffeine eye cream. I've been using it for, I think, about 2 years, maybe even longer. I just have to keep repurchasing it. If I had to choose one eye cream to ever use for the rest of my life, this one would be it. The only thing it is missing for me is retinol. I wish there was retinol in it, but it is so incredibly hydrating. It is a little bit thick, so I usually use it at night, and I usually purchase other eye creams that are a little thinner in consistency for daytime. So I have a lot of eye creams that I love and that I will continue to use and probably continue to purchase. But if I had to choose one, it would definitely be this one. It's just my all-time favorite. Plus, I use Retin-A, and although I don't put it on my actual eyelids, occasionally I will. I feel like it gets close enough that probably it spreads to that area a little bit. So even though it doesn't have retinol in it, I'm a little bit okay with that. It has a lot of antioxidants and a lot of moisturizing ingredients. So one of my favorite eye creams ever. Okay, so sticking with skincare, this is another product that just continues to be repurchased over and over and over. You've probably seen it in all of my favorites or empties or anything like that, and it's the CeraVe PM. I use this as a daytime moisturizer and a nighttime moisturizer. It is so lightweight, it wears beautifully under makeup. It is so hydrating. If I had to choose one face moisturizer that I could only use for the rest of my life, it would probably be this one. And another product that has been around for quite a while for me and that I have definitely made a video about is this VD Skincare Vitamin C 20%. Now this does contain micro-encapsulated vitamin C 20%. It also includes alpha hydroxy acids and beta hydroxy acids. It's very, very potent, but I absolutely love it. It goes on, so when you first squirt it out, you're thinking it's gonna be oily because it looks and almost feels like an oil. Once you rub it in, it literally dries within probably about 30 seconds. And when it dries, it almost feels, oh my gosh, it's so soft. It literally feels like I've just poured baby powder on the top of my hand. That's how soft and smooth it feels. I just love it. When I put it on, within about 30 seconds, it seems to just blur my whole face, you know? Now, I don't typically put it right around my eyes. Sometimes I do. I break all the rules sometimes. But it is a 20% concentration, and it does have glycolic acid and salicylic acid in it. So I've never had any type of irritation from it at all. It seems to just soften my skin so much. Some people don't believe in the effectiveness of vitamin C, and that's fine, you know. If it didn't work for me, I wouldn't believe in it either, you know. But this has, like I said, it has glycolic acid, salicylic acid, and vitamin C, 20% encapsulated. Now, whenever I use it, one thing that I do notice about it is that all of my dark spots, all of the spots that are brown on my face, they end up turning pink, like a light pink, which is, to me, is such a great sign because whenever I had melasma really bad, I used a product called Triluma, and it's the best thing that you can use for melasma or dark spots, and it contains hydroquinone, Retin-A, and then a steroid to help with any type of inflammation. Well, one thing that I did notice as my melasma was going away is that it went from brown to a very light pink, and it was a pink for quite a while until it just kind of disappeared. So for me, I love that. It happens when I'm really good and religious about using this product, and it also happens whenever I use niacinamide, which I might as well go ahead and tell you about that too. Now this one's really new, only 4 months or so, but I'm already on my 3rd bottle of niacinamide, and I just can't imagine not having it or not using it in the future because, again, like I said, it's making my dark spots look pink, like a light pink, not like an irritated, not like a red or angry pink, like it's just changing the color of my dark spots from a brown to a pink. So because that happened with my Triluma, which is prescription strength, I'm all for both of these. Okay, so another thing that I simply cannot live without is some sort of whitening strips or wraps. These are actually a generic form of the Crest whitening strips. Now, I have been using the whitening wraps for a few years now. And the reason I was using them is because the strips just would slip all around my mouth and stuff. Well, somebody left me a comment saying, hey, they've really perfected, you know, the strips, they don't slip around anymore, so you can just put them on and they just like stick to your teeth. And I'm like, really? So I went out and bought these, and this is just the generic brand. And sure enough, they do stick. So I have switched over to these for now, and so far I feel like they're keeping my teeth really white. But white teeth is super, super important to me. I feel like yellow teeth can really, really age a person. Yellow teeth can even age a 20-year-old. So for me, just white teeth. I love seeing a beautiful, big white smile. And yeah, so white teeth is always gonna be important for me. There's never gonna be a day where I'm just gonna be like, oh, I'm okay with my yellow teeth, you know? So definitely always gonna keep some sort of whitening treatment around. Okay, so we're gonna go back to skincare for just a second, because this is the sun protection, the face sun protection that I use most often. It's just the one that I keep repurchasing because I've tried so many and I just hate something about them. Either they're too oily, they're too shiny, they're too white, they're too pasty, you know, but this is the one that I absolutely love the best. It's a broad spectrum SPF 30. It says it's UVA and UVB protection. It's called Hawaiian Tropic Silk Face Hydration. I actually love the way that this goes on. It even dries down almost matte. I feel like my makeup wears so beautifully on top of it. I actually feel like it makes my makeup stick around a little longer, if that's possible. But yeah, this is just my favorite. It's got some sort of ribbon technology, so you get a moisturizer and your SPF all in one. And yeah, I just love it. So that's the one that I always repurchase over and over. Okay, so these are a few makeup items that I just have to keep repurchasing. First one is my Tweezer Man. This is an eyelash curler. It's made by a company called Tweezer Man, and it's just my absolute favorite. I don't know what it is about it. It's the shape, obviously. I feel like we all kind of have our favorite, you know, eyelash curler. There are certain eyelash curlers that either they're too curved and then they pinch my skin on the inside and the outside. This one is just perfectly matched with the shape of my eye, and so I love it. It's a little bit expensive. I think it's like $15, but you get like 4 pads that go along with it. So it's so worth it, because otherwise I'm just repurchasing a new eyelash curler, you know, every few weeks. The only reason that I might use a different eyelash curler at the moment is because I was too lazy to make a trip to Sally's to repurchase this, because I can't find it anywhere except for my Sally's, and that means that I like just being able to pick stuff up at the grocery store or Walgreens or something like that. So anyway, Tweezer Man. Now along the same lines, I cannot live without this little tool. This actually came with a Tweezer Man purchase, and it is an eyelash separator, and there's mascara stuck in it. But I always have to separate my eyelashes. I cannot stand seeing somebody with their eyelashes clumped. I have actually made an entire video over because I have watched it back and my eyelashes were clumped in a certain area. And because I just said that they're probably clumped right now. But yeah, there's also ones that I've left even though my eyelashes were clumped, but sometimes, like I said, I will literally remake an entire video because I had some clumped eyelashes. But I do have to say that this is a tool that you have to be very, very careful with. I have actually poked my eye with these pointy needles before, and let me say my eye literally watered for about 2 hours straight. And so you do have to be very careful. Now that has only happened once, so I've definitely learned my lesson, but I cannot live without this little needle pointed eyelash separator, and it's made by Tweezer Man. Next thing that I simply cannot live without is chapstick. I have them everywhere. I have them in my car. I have them in my nightstand, about 5 tubes in my purse. Usually I don't even wear lipstick. Usually I put on lip liner and I wear the chapstick, which leads me to my next product right here, which is the NYX 831 Mauve Lip Liner, and it looks like this. It is what I wear in almost every single video that I've ever made here on YouTube because it's just my favorite color. You know, if they stop making this, I'm going to go into panic mode. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's just my go-to lip liner. It matches my lip color so well that typically, like I said, all I have to do is put on some chapstick and I'm done. And that's usually what I do. But today I have a little bit of that lip lacquer on that I just love so much. But so NYX 831 Mauve chapstick, I can't live without. Unless they stop making this lip liner, I'm just going to continue to repurchase it. I already have like about 5 backups because I just pick one up every time I go to the store, you know, because I don't ever want them to run out. I remember when they ran out of the lip liner that I used before this. It wasn't even a lip liner. It was actually an eyeliner. I want to say it was L'Oreal, and I don't even remember the name of it. Anyway, I remember when I went and I was looking for it, and I seriously, it felt like I lost my child in a park or something like that. I was just like panicked, you know, like, where's my lip liner? And that's when I realized that they stopped making it. And that was back before I think the internet was even around. And so I couldn't even find like somebody who was just, you know, eBay selling it or something like that. So, but I'm kind of glad because I found this one and I feel like it just matches me even better. Okay, so another product that I simply cannot live without is a hair powder of some sort to cover my silver roots between, you know, coloring. And right now the one that I've been using is this EverPro Gray Away, and this is in the color lightest brown. And it looks like that. It's almost kind of a blondish color. And I have it in my hair right now because after I color my hair, literally within about 2 weeks, I've got a white line. And it's just really, really, really white. It's very, very silver. As a matter of fact, in this section right here, it is so white that it's almost see-through. So I definitely need this. I need this in order to make me feel confident and so that I'm not walking around with silver roots all the time. And I use it almost every day, 1 week after, you know, coloring my hair and leading up to my next coloring. So, okay, so another thing that I simply cannot live without are these glittery nail polishes. And this one's actually my favorite. This one's called OPI and it's a nail lacquer. And it's kind of white with glitter. And then I've got this other one from Sinful Colors, and I like it. It's kind of a pinkish. But I do not like to go get my nails done. I'm just not that type of person. I don't like to get my hair done. That's why I cut and color my own hair. It's why I do my own nails. I don't like to get back massages. Anything that requires someone else to kind of pamper me makes me feel incredibly uncomfortable. So I try to avoid it at all costs. Everybody who knows me knows that about me, and of course they think it's just bizarre and weird, but that's just who I am. So I do these things at home, you know, but I'm not very good at it. And my husband has told me so many times, like, just go get your nails done. Just, you know, set an appointment every week and just go do it. But I just don't like to. That would make me feel uncomfortable. I would feel like I'm being punished every week. I don't like to do something like that. So I do it myself, but he has said to me jokingly in the past that whenever I paint my own nails, it looks like I just dip my fingers in fingernail polish. So that's why I like to stick with these because they are super, super forgiving. I have terrible looking hands, as you can see. I've got my grandma's hands, and I'm under no misconceptions. So I do know that my nails probably should always stay polished because it makes my hands look a little bit better. But like I said, I'm not that good. I make a lot of mistakes. I need polish that's really forgiving. You're never gonna see me with black nail polish or really dark nail polish. I typically stick with very light kind of pastel colors, and I love the glitters because they're so forgiving. Okay, so I really only have one hair care product that I always repurchase. This one is Tresemme, and it is a leave-in smoothing and protecting spray, and I just love it. I have very, very coarse, semi-curly, wavy, bleached hair, and so my hair is just really terrible. Like, I have such terrible hair. But this protects it, I guess. Who really knows? Like, how do we really know if these things are protecting our hair? But it doesn't weigh my hair down. It kind of eliminates some of the frizz. And so it's just my favorite. It's just, I've tried so many. Either they were too oily. If I used too much, then my hair was just really flat and limp. And this one just doesn't do that. As a matter of fact, I feel like it even gives me some body. So this is my favorite. And it's the one that I just keep repurchasing every single time I run out. Okay, I only have 3 more things, and these are just really, really random. These right here are the, I don't know what they're called. What are they called? This one says Spa Solutions, but it's one of these hair towels. And I love these hair towels because they are so lightweight. I have probably about 6 of these, and I think that's really all you need. You know, just keep washing them and stuff. But I am so against putting a heavy, heavy towel on my head, and I won't let my daughter do it either. She's gonna have the best skin in the world because I know for sure that over the years, you know, ever since I was very young, I would put a heavy towel, wrap my hair in a heavy towel. Sometimes I would leave it in that towel the whole time I was putting on makeup, and all it's doing is just stretching your skin. You know, it's stretching your forehead skin and your eye skin and everything else, and it's just not good. So this is actually anti-aging. I mean, it can be considered that. I know some people use t-shirts And I was using t-shirts for a while, but they just don't, there's no absorption there. You know, they don't absorb the water for me well enough. And I just don't like the idea of t-shirts hanging around, you know, on my towel hooks and stuff like that. So I went and I got these at Marshall's. I purchased, I've got a blue one, green one, white one, every color pretty much. And I just love them. My daughter loves them too. We won't use anything else. Everything else is just too heavy. And so, gotta get some of these. And this one's kind of random and funny, but it's something that I just personally cannot live without. And that is a good pair of slippers. I'm not even joking. These, especially during the summertime, I like to wear the flip-flop ones, but they have to be really, really furry and real soft. I don't particularly like walking around the house barefoot. I think I have a clean house. I sweep all the time, but I also have 3 animals and I don't know, there's just something about it. I don't even like the idea of dirty feet. You can ask my husband every night before I get into bed. I will rinse my feet even if I've been walking around in slippers all day. I don't know, it's just kind of my thing. I don't want dirty feet in my bed, you know what I mean? So anyway, these are ones that I'm wearing right now, but I have several pairs. Some of them are boots, some of them are just regular slippers, and it's just something that I do. Sometimes I will even wear these to go drop my kids off at school. Not if I have to get out of the car though, but I will leave the house in these and go drop off my daughter because I don't have to get out of the car there. Okay, one last item, one last thing that I cannot live without. Okay, the very last thing that I cannot live without, and this is gonna sound really weird, and that is wine. I love wine. I drink it every single Friday. This is not actually wine. I picked this up. I've never seen this before. This is actually, it says Strawberry Moscato, and it's got 6% alcohol, but I'm going to add it to my wine tonight. I have a bottle of Pinot Grigio in there, and I'm gonna add a little bit of this because it's not necessarily the wine taste that I love so much, it's the way that the wine makes me feel. It just makes me feel extremely relaxed, makes me feel very happy. Whenever I have a few glasses of wine, literally like nothing can bother me. And I only drink it on Friday nights, so, you know, please don't leave comments saying, you know, you shouldn't be a drinker, because I'm not. I mean, I just only drink on Friday nights, unless it's a special occasion or, you know, we're on vacation. It's just one way that I enjoy relaxing on Friday nights with some music, even with my kids. We have so much fun. I become a really, really fun mommy. I'm just kidding. That sounds terrible, doesn't it? So it is Friday night, and that's what I'm gonna be doing tonight. And so if you're drinking too, then just know that you are my favorite subscriber. I am totally, that would be really weird if I judged my friends on, you know, whether they like to drink wine on Friday nights like I did, but anyway. You do have to have certain things in common. That doesn't really have to be one of them. But anyway, my love for, you know, drinking wine on a Friday night, it is what it is, and it's something that it's just one way that I like to relax on Friday night, so please don't judge me. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a fabulous, fantastic, fun-filled, relaxing, whatever it is that you like to do on your weekend. I hope you get to do that, and I will meet you back here next week.